Hello, Borev and Zadravo. My name is Super Triforce Mushroom Man. I've taken over the Level 1 Sword channel to talk about my favorite thing, Zelda Theory. If you've never watched a video on Zelda Theory, fear not, I'll let you in on how this is going to go down. I'll tell you how I've overanalyzed small, insanely unnoticeable details to within an inch of their lives. I'll then spout out what can be firmly dismissed as unconfirmed drivel, but don't you worry. I'll be sure not to waste your time as I waste your time. You ready? I don't really know why I asked you that. I'm going to start now regardless. Here we go. This is the Mushroom Kingdom, home to plumbers, pipes, and princesses. One special plumber of note, Mario, can use items known as power-ups to gain different abilities. If you've played any of the Super Mario games, you'll know that these power-ups tend to hint at what kind of power they'll bestow when picked up. Super mushrooms, which are very large for a mushroom, grant an increase in size. Fire flowers allow Mario to spit fire, and super leaves turn him into a flying raccoon, because of course they do. Now, looking through a scientific lens, let's turn our attention to food. You know, when I eat spicy food, something similar happens to me. Only I don't spit fire from my mouth. Anyway, when you eat food, your body breaks it down to a molecular level, and those molecules can find their way into your own molecular structure. Using this information, let's look back on Mario and his power-ups. The games largely imply that Mario doesn't simply pick these up. He eats them. We can see an example of this through the item known as the Poison Mushroom. If Mario gets one of these, they cause him harm and can even prove deadly, just like poisonous mushrooms in real life. But poisonous mushrooms have to be eaten for them to be harmful or cause death. So there's no reason to assume they work any differently in the Mushroom Kingdom. Because science! So, if Mario eats these power-ups and gains abilities based on the properties of the item, then we have enough speculation to go on to the next phase of our analysis. Existing parallel to this Mushroom Kingdom is another Mushroom Kingdom, if you can believe it or not. A place of paper, paint, and partners, the world of Paper Mario features the same locations and characters from the standard Mushroom Kingdom, only much flatter. In Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, we can see the two versions of the kingdom are separate, yet also linked together. Looks like Smash Bros. Isn't the only game featuring connected Nintendo worlds. But all that aside, we still need to know, how did this alternate world come to be? Speaking of other Nintendo worlds, the Legend of Zelda games portray the land of Hyrule, home to Hylians, horses, and harbingers. In Breath of the Wild, we are presented a post-apocalyptic version of the kingdom. Ganon all but conquered the realm 100 years prior, and now Link must brave the wilderness using survival skills. He'll gather materials, some of which can be used for cooking, while others can be used for fighting or lighting fires. There is a region due west of Hyrule Castle labeled on the map as Hyrule Ridge. It sticks out against the horizon due to its large, distinctive feature: giant mushrooms. These mushrooms can be knocked down and mined for wood. It is odd that these mushrooms are made of wood, but the proof is in the pudding. Blood pudding, mind you. Same goes for Age of Calamity, where these mushrooms still are wooden. Wood is useful for lots of things. You can burn it, build yourself a house from it, or make paper from it. I think you know where I'm going with this. That's right. Paper Mario is a post-apocalyptic version of Hyrule where the inhabitants have used these wood mushrooms as power-ups so much that they have attained the material properties and have become paper! This is absolutely true and cannot be countered in any way. If you try to argue with me, that just shows you must hate Mario or Zelda, or maybe Mario and Zelda, and you just have... Yeah, I've been trying to do a collaboration for a while now, and yeah, this is not what I was expecting. Zelda Theory is an interesting corner of YouTube, but all Zonai aside, I think they might have overthought this one by a lot. This is Steven with Level 1 Sword, reminding you to stay sharp out there.
Hey, thanks for watching! If you want to keep on top of the videos, definitely take a sec to subscribe. I'm also on Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon if you want to follow me across the internet. Level 1 Sword also has a bi-weekly podcast, so give it a listen.